everyone. My topic for today is severe recurrent optic neuritis in children. Think of neuromyelitis optica spectrum disorders. So coming to introduction, neuromyelitis optica spectrum disorder is an inflammatory demyelinating disease of central nervous system, primarily affecting optic nerves and spinal cord. The disease is very rare in children. Overall incidence of NMOSD in pediatric population is said to be 0.05 to 4 per 1 lakh population per year. So it usually it is very rare, and children it is even rare, and children frequently presents as isolated optic neuritis. Hence, usually their first visit will be to an ophthalmologist, and they play an important role in the diagnosis. So sequential optic neuritis with rapid succession or bilateral presentation of optic neuritis means we have to suspect neuromyelitis optica. The disease is often confused with multiple sclerosis. The early discrimination between neuromyelitis optica and multiple sclerosis is important because the two diseases have different treatment regimen. An untreated neuromyelitis optica can cause permanent loss of vision, paralysis, or even death. Hence, the early diagnosis and prompt treatment is crucial. The detection of aquaporin P4 antibodies helps us to reliably distinguish between multiple sclerosis and NMO. Coming to the revised diagnostic criteria, it has divided into two groups. That is, one group with aquaporin P4 IgG antibody positive, and another with negative group. And for the positive group, the diagnostic criteria gives that if there should be one core clinical characteristics to diagnose it as an NMO. If the patient is negative for aquaporin P4 IgG antibody, then there should be two core clinical characteristics, with one characteristic should be either optic neuritis, acute myelitis, or area post-tremor syndrome. And the core clinical characteristics include optic neuritis, acute myelitis, area post-tremor syndrome, acute brainstem syndrome, acute diencephalic clinical syndrome with typical MRI lesions, or symptomatic cerebral syndrome with typical MRI lesions. So coming to the differentiating features between multiple sclerosis and NMO, the age of onset for multiple sclerosis is usually 20 to 40 years, and for NMO, the median age is 39 years. The multiple sclerosis shows a progressive course, and the attack severity will be usually more severe in case of neuromyelitis optica. Optic neuritis is usually unilateral in case of multiple sclerosis, but in NMO, we can get bilateral presentations. And the recovery of the attack will be good in case of multiple sclerosis, whereas it will be poor in cases of neuromyelitis optica, and the recurrence will be more and severe in cases of neuromyelitis optica. And regarding MRI, there will be periventricular white matter lesions in the brain in case of multiple sclerosis, and in spinal cord MRI, you can see short segment peripheral lesions. Whereas in NMO, there is no or non-specific white matter lesions in brain usually seen. Sometimes you can see the hypothalamic corpus callosum and periventricular and brainstem lesions can be seen. And in spinal cord MRI, longitudinal extensive central lesions, that is which involves more than 3 vertebral segments can be seen. So we report a 13-year-old girl who was presented to our OPD outpatient department with sudden painless diminution, bilateral diminution of vision, and visual acuity was PL in both her eyes. And tracing back her medical history, it was found that similar episodes had happened in 8 years and 11 years, and she was treated with methylprednisolone pulse therapy. According to the informant, the vision deteriorated with successive episodes. So distance vision was seen to be PL in both eyes, and pupil was seen dilated and sluggish, and fundus was pale. Pale disc was shown. And MRI brain showed features of optic neuritis and small hyperintense foci in corona radiata and periventricular area, and cervicomedullary junction. And VEP of both eyes showed prolonged P100 latency. Out of strong suspicion for neuromyelitis optica, we have referred the patient to the neurologist, and he sent for NMO IgG assay, aquaporin P4 antibody, and the result was found to be positive, and the diagnosis was confirmed.